Good morning. Happy Thursday. We're going to see if we can wrap up a couple different things. We'll see. We'll get this stuff fetched. Get this moving. That should have gotten something, did it not? Oh, the pull requests weren't merged yet. That's right. Well, do we want to look at a diff first or not? Probably not. Git push. There. Okay. Huh. It's really strange. My little kind of Twitch panel is actually scrolled up by like a quarter inch. It's hard to actually see everything over there. Anyhow, good morning, everyone. I watched Museum's VOD yesterday, and that was impressive. I like the little measuring tool that he just made. That was really neat. So neat to watch that. Sorry, flipping around a little bit. All right, so this here should have some information in it now. Let's go look. I'm gonna close some of these. Was this the one from yesterday? Might be. Do that again. Oh yeah, that was cool. It'd be neat if they actually listed when this was made. Ah, here we go. Oh, interesting. I can delete them. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Regardless, this is where the prefix removal ended up yesterday, and I think it's actually better. Hey, Super D Alec, how's it going? I like using the underscores for the numeric ones instead of just keeping like size underscore before them, because it would be FFT size colon underscore that instead of colon size underscore that. A little cleaner, I think. Just more consistent. Today, we are just getting into it. You're here right at the beginning. But we made a lot of progress yesterday. You can see for things like layout preset here that the first piece is actually removed. So those are good. And what about power, things like power status, power state? Yeah, these no longer have the prefix on those, which is nice. And I think the code is a bit more simple now. What we ended up doing was removing the prefix from all elements if the prefix was identical. And it does mean that in some cases there are pieces that are not removed. We find one, there's one not too far up here. Well, in this case it was actually good, because the change meant that in these cases compress vertex wasn't getting changed. It was just always compress vertex. But these here would end up getting format removed from it. So you wouldn't see that it was array format, format vertex versus compress vertex. So I'm going to leave those sorts of common prefixes on those because it's a little bit more descriptive. And then there's things like this. See this built-in func? All this math in the beginning. Why didn't it actually remove that? Right? If you scroll down, you'll see that they're not entirely the same. You end up with logic here. And if we started to remove things like math up here, you would remove math and just have min up here, wherever min was. Or clamp or something else. But now you have math and then logic. So it shows you a little bit more. Then I think it's understandable because it's more consistent. The rules have just gotten simpler. We remove comma prefix if it's the same. All right, so we're going to look at the code again. So yesterday, I went through and changed this a little bit because I wanted to do it so that the prefix was only going to be removed if they were all the same. Have some differences. We look at the name of the first variant. This is a hash map. Or no, it's not. It's a variant vector. We actually, wow, why do I keep doing that? We collect the hash map into references here, operate on the references, and then at the very end, replace the hash map. So once we have the hash map, we look to see, is there an underscore somewhere? If there is not an underscore, we break. Right? Or if it's the last thing. So if we had like some common prefix and for whatever reason it ended the whole enum variant in an underscore, it would end there. The goats are on the move. Gotta keep an eye out. All right. So we'll break in that case. Otherwise, we'll use that prefix. We'll know where the underscore is. And then here we get a slice up to and including prefix. Actually, we should do this a different way. Dot dot equals that. Huh. instead of the +1. We'll just be inclusive there. All right, that looks good. Now what about in this case? If all of the variants start with the prefix, or get otherwise break. Okay. And we have common prefix that I'm debugging right here. Okay, let's remove some of the debug code as we go through here. We iterate over the vector. Iter mute. Does it start with that? So if they all start with it, wait, we already proved that they all started with it up above, otherwise we wouldn't be here. Okay, let's get rid of that for each. All right, let's see if that will still compile. Waiting for the build directory. This project just gives Rust Analyzer the run for it. All right, now what about this? Oh, here, what are we doing? We're allocating this. Looks like we have a is numeric check here. So if it starts with a number, we need to put the underscore at the beginning. This seems like a weird way of doing it. Looking at this a couple hours later, right? Then we allocate for the capacity, put the character on the front, and then put the string on the end. Then we return that, collect it, and done. Feels like there's got to be a better way than that. It's probably fairly quick though. This just gets the first character and checks to see if it's numeric. Fine. Get rid of that. Okay. Let's give that another cargo check. Remove some dead code. There we go. I'm gonna give that a grep. Let's see. A little quick sanity check. Yep, and then we got the underscore ones. Good. It's looking pretty good. All right. Ooh, let's use Get UI again. That's good. Move that. Good, good. Okay, good chunk. Good chunk. Yeah, I'd be happy to get rid of that code. Okay. This is Get UI. I'm trying to remember how to actually start to commit. Oh, here we go. C. Our Control A, actually. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna take a look at that. The big diff. Okay. Let's give that a compare. Okay. Master. Should probably change that. So one of the changes here is that we actually go over them before exporting them. Our strip comma prefix, which we just looked at. So that changes. What is this? Oh, this is the where we go from yeah, from source, which is going to be the text in the JSON. All right. Format ident, module, etc. Okay, now does this need to change, or I think it has to stay like this because module, actual module might be well, not. It might not be in the same module. All right, and this, yeah, that's just simpler. Raw object, good. Generate enum name. Where does this get used? Oh, that's right. Because of the result type. There are some enums that are just result. So instead of just calling those enums result, we prefix them with their class name. So if it's like node2d, and then if it's a result enum for node2d, it would be a node2d result. Okay, got rid of all that, which is good. Oh yes, and these are the ones that were duplicated. So we look in there, JSON real quick. Back here. You see this here. Okay, can't see it there. Here. You can see that these variants. Hold on. All right. Guess we're heading the wrong way. You can see why we can't really use enums for this and why they were skipping things before. So we have puppet, slave, remote sync, RPC mode sync. Which one do you actually choose? So they had a little table to look up and make decisions on those. But getting rid of that means that we don't have to maintain this table for like the next version, which is great. What are we doing here? This is being sorted based on the value, isn't it? It is. Okay. Then we create these little helper functions on them when we implement the enum. We can deref it to i64. Go into it from i64. That's it at the moment. Yeah, we got some other little pieces. Just taking a quick once over on this PR before getting too far into it. And so far, this is pretty good. Ah, this stuff. I need to make sure I have that on my list. One moment. Oh, good. It is there. That's basically the notes to use instead of standard mem transmute, but standard pointer null and standard pointer null mute. It just reminded me it's not actually that code up there, but all right. I think this is pretty good. I wanted to take a look at the generated code, see if there's anything that we could simplify in the generated code. Because it's generating so much code, it makes a little bit of a difference in the size of the parse. However, I'm anxious to see those changes that Museum made yesterday. I don't know if you didn't catch his VOD. He took it down from like 30 seconds to 7. Okay. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we'll have that. Can I do word size? Oh, I can. Good. /W. Hmm. This looks pretty good. Obstruct capabilities, new type pattern, partial equal, partial order. I wonder how much of this we actually need if I can just deref down to I64. Why would we even do those? Does it need debug even? Okay. Because all of this gets stamped out into even more code. Let's go ahead and do the PR. Seems okay. Removes common prefix for enum variants, only if all variants have the same prefix. Oh, I do it that way. Yeah, looks okay. I also wanted to see if something was going to return eyes. Does nothing actually return eyes in here? What tracking status? There we go. Okay. Well, looks good. Let's include this. Okay. Removes common prefix for enum variants, only if all have the same prefix. 2. If the variant would start That's good. Let's get an example for the underscore as well. Club const underscore. Yeah. Okay, that feels good. Okay. We've got a couple little things. Let's take a look at the extern create no patch. Just to make sure we didn't miss anything. That'll be off of GD native master. Good. Let's take this patch. We'll apply it. Let's see, patch dash. Is there an N on that? Let's see. Binding generator. Okay. Billiar, morning. Let's see if this will do it. File to patch. Where am I? Patch dash N1. Patch exp. Oh, I took the wrong piece. I need that here. I had too much. Okay. Okay, we're gonna try that patch again, dash. Oh. Huh. Like garbage was found in the patch input. Oh, I see. Does it think it's garbage because of this? Is there a git patch, like a git help patch? Okay, it's not a git command. Good. Let's try this without that header piece. One more time. Cargo to toml. Buff do E. Let's reload all of them. Which cargo was it? Oh my goodness. You know what? I can apply email patches because there's a get AM. Right? Like you can do that. because it understands the mailbox format, all that. Um, yeah, that one's easier for some reason than this. So we're gonna do it by hand. Binding generator, cargo.toml. Getting rid of Sarday derive here. And this is going to be, let's just copy the line. There we go. Okay. There's our colors. And in here, just that. And then over in binding gen lib, we remove the macro use. Okay. There we go. Git check. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's a cargo check and a cargo build. Yeah, it's a Thursday, isn't it? I don't know, it's just a day. And I've kind of given up waiting for that thing. Oh, you know what I forgot to do on the PR? I forgot to format it. There we go. Just kill it. All right. That's good. Let's go cargo test. All features. What? Why? Was that supposed to go in the last PR? Uh-oh. I'm guessing I'm going to fail this one because of the formatting. Yep, I did it. Okay. And Clippy. Only those two things there. Okay. So I've got to go back and watch Museum's stream from yesterday. Watched it late last night. Museum was able to get the build time down. quite a bit actually. I want to go see what the technique was. It seemed to be very pragmatic. I think in the beginning there were a couple little guesses, and then educated guesses, and followed by a bit of just measuring and addressing. Very pragmatic. Which was good to see, because that's how that stuff should be done. Wow. Okay, so that worked. Get UI. Yeah, we'll stage that one, and this one. Yeah, the rest of this, that doesn't need to go. Doesn't see. Ah, I have to be in there. All right, so this is. That was interesting, because I was not able to. See, I would have rather used my editor, so I don't think I like that about this. Removes the need for, what was it, proc macro. Macro use. Oh, and extern crate. All right, I got that. Now let's go back to the other one, format it, and get checkout. So last one. Cargo. Format. Yep, there it is. Well, let's also do Clippy. Get cargo Clippy. Oh, interesting. Got a couple of interesting ones here. Builder map can be written more simply using map. Oh, because there's not a none case. Okay. Line 126. That's a great clippy roll. Okay, there's that one. I thought we would have failed clippy for a different reason. Okay. So you guys working on Rust projects on your own? Or at work? Alright, let's give it one more time. One more. Good. Alright. Cargo test. All features. Let's make sure. The next one should probably be looking at standard mem transmute 0. Let's see where that is in the code base while that thing cooks. Or just transmute 0. Only a couple. Oh, that's not even a transmute. That's multi-mesh transform. What about not seeing it? Wow. Maybe it's gone and it's been removed. Good. Okay, that's done. Just gonna run the tests, make sure that there's nothing else that needs to be addressed. I'm also interested on the timing of that prefixes code. Let's copy that, run it in Godot. Good, all those tests pass. Filter map, good. Oh, we gotta force that, don't we? There we go. All right, now what about, it's over here. Generate enums. Where's API? We want API and binding generator. The strip leading underscores. Not that one. Strip common prefix. There we go. I wonder how long that takes. Okay. That one's done. Hopefully this one's better than the previous. Yay, cargo format passed. Okay. One down. Back to the code. Here another pull request. That's fine. Let's see, next one. I think there was another PR out there that actually needed some change. Ah, yes, with the equal sign on this one. There we go. Just playing around with it. Turn there, enter there, go here, commit. Yeah, that's not so bad. All right, so then we have that. What's next in there? Milestones. Let's work towards a milestone. Object call can be used to call functions that are otherwise unsafe without having to use unsafe. One example would be the free function, yes. Hence, this function should always be unsafe because it's pretty much impossible to make proper guarantees about it. Oh, that's interesting. This is kind of a specialization of the code generation because here, let's check the API. Oh, let's go to api.json. We'll search all lines for name, call. Okay, put them in quotes. How many of these do we have? One? There's only one of those? Call v. We must be on the object type. Yeah, we're on object. Okay. So call and call v. What else does the same thing? Godot engine, where art thou? There we go. Learn. And if you're not familiar with Godot, it's a really cool game engine. Very open source, MIT licensed. Oh, and call deferred. That's right. But call deferred. So call v, I think, is in the same situation as call. Right? It's just the var args are an actual array here. But call deferred. I mean, it's okay to call free on an object in a deferred way. So it's probably just call and call v, but not call deferred. That's kind of like calling free or queue free. All right. So how do we specialize this? So if it's object and the method is call, then we have to do something special. Say classes and methods. Generate method table, that's fine. It's going to be generate method impl, where we determine whether or not, let's see, where is it? Method body. Interesting, why is this unsafe? Oh, that's not the right function. This is the method table functions. Okay. Let's go to classes. Oh, interesting. So it is that one. Maybe I went past the function? Format ident. Okay. Function name, rusty name. Hmm. So at this point, we could either make it very specific to object call and object, or we could create some sort of unsafe functions table. As there might be some in the future that get identified. Let's see, what's a good way to do that? Let's just drop something there, toss a marker on that. And now, const unsafe. Oh, and we need to leave the size maybe? Will that work? I thought there was another way to do that. Does anybody remember how you can actually delete all of this? Probably not for const stuff, though. I thought there was a trick to it. Hmm. Alright. Alright, and then if we have that. So if it's unsafe, then we need to quote and say unsafe. Otherwise, I guess nothing, we don't do anything. Is there a default? Good. Okay, now this one. Expected reference. Sure. Oh. I don't know. How long do you think it would actually take? Tempted to wait. Not that tempted. Oh, look at that. Base. All that. Oh, lovely. Okay. So the code must have worked. 179. 179. That's not it. Test source lib. 179. Also on 80. And we have 98. Does this actually invalidate these tests? Where's that defined? Oh, methods export that. How do you actually test for that? I mean, even if you free it, something has to come in and overwrite that memory. That's a really hard test to do. Hey, Caraffle. How's it going? I had actually a question about this test. Yeah, how do you get it to fail? Because something has to come in and smush that memory between these two lines, right? I mean, it's possible that this would never ever fail, just given the odds. Something else has to come in there. Oh, so you free also free the user data. But even if it freed the user data wouldn't be emptied. I mean, like Rust doesn't go through and clear it. Oh, before it was, I think it was a simple box. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm just wondering whether or not pointing to garbage here is ever going to be possible. Because it might not get clobbered in time for the test to detect it. But yeah, I was looking at the unsafe call bits. '92, '94, '96. Did I get them? Unsafe. Well, let's just give it another check. Ah, test register, different file. like I got that one off. Oh, I see. It would actually free. Ideally, it's not possible anymore. I see. To make things. Oh. Okay. Oh, why am I on this branch? Shouldn't be on this branch. Dash B. Oh, I'm not familiar with git switch. When did that get added? Huh, nice. Wait, what's it mean that all new commits will be added to the tip of this branch? So I get this. This is like a git checkout, right? So this little piece here, all new commits will be added to the tip of this branch. Which are the new commits? Off of the one that I just did? Ooh, that could be wrong too. Ah, I see. Oh, the start point. Got it. They had to use dash C instead of dash B. Track, no track orphan, okay. Looks good. Oh, there's a lot of open PRs right now. Um, let's see, 458 to the other one. So 458 versus 451. forgot about Mini Saturday. Um, Mini Saturday. Uh, I forgot about that. You lost some work due to a check in the past? Oh man, I worked at a place where it was a startup. I worked at a startup. I've worked at a bunch of startups. This is the story about an adult man crying under his desk. Not me, but I wouldn't say that I haven't been there. Um, and it's actually just that. Basically, for whatever reason, this developer had been syncing code between the office and their home computer using something like Box or like Dropbox, or I forget what it was, but it wasn't like Git, right? And I don't know why they just didn't use Git. Anyhow, um, nobody would have complained about it either. But basically, something happened on their home computer, and the directory went away. And when they got into work, it synced and removed it all. And this was like at the end of like this really hard crunch period, and like it was really stressful to begin with. Then we like everybody had to like get up and go to this company meeting, which was fine. We did that every week. And people are looking around. It's like, hey, where's so and so? Guys, go check on him, and yeah, he's like under his desk, quiet, head in his hands. Oh, that was hard. Silver lining, code came out better the second time. It was just a little late, but you know, I'm actually going to close this one. Uh, Favoring a mini Sarte. Could use this in a config later. All right, sorry about that. I forgot about mini Saturday. Yeah, without her coming back to code. It's like this morning, came back to some of the enum code, cleaned it up, reduced it a little bit, said, oh, that was stupid, and did it a different way. It's like painting. It's so much of an art. Oh, I'm already in test. Cargo build. And what's with this? Why is this in master? Because I think I fixed that in one of the other branches. What was that? 362. Yeah, that's unused. Oh, maybe, but I doubt it. Yeah, it's just suboptimal if you don't have much time left. Very true. Very true. I feel like I've done this exact change somewhere else. 'Cause I did create this branch off of master. Probably create a different branch, fix that. So otherwise I'm just gonna have a bunch of branches that do the same thing. do the copy, run it, done. Now this here. Alright, we're gonna commit that, but without get status. Get UI. Just playing around with this tool for a bit. Now I'm gonna skip that one. Skip that. Gonna keep that. Oh, did it take the whole file or? Oh, do I have to hit enter? What? I must have hit S. I wonder what S does there. Okay, that one, that one. Yep, that's good. Good, good. Yeah, all these things. Oh, I see. S takes me to that window. And these are those API issues. Okay. Leave those out. So I'm pretty sure they're in something else, and we'll just figure that out. Let's see, what branch am I on? Oh, get status. Okay, just those. Good. Or 41. And Carousel, is it just object.call and object call v that this is needed on? It's not call deferred, right? Call deferred is more safe, maybe? At least in the example with free. Oh, you commented on that. Okay. Deferred unsafe too? Okay. Yeah, correct later on. It's better not to nerf things, huh? It's easier to give than take away. Alright, well that's actually a really quick change to clean up. Cool. Oh, and I might need to move this. I don't know if that's the best place for it. I did it this way because I didn't think there were going to be very many. And this should be very quick to look up. So I didn't do anything fancier than that. In fact, I think keeping it simple here is going to be faster. Alright, so we'll do a call deferred on that. Oh, and 3. I thought there was a way to do that where, can you do a borrow here? Static, like that, and then you don't need the, lifetime? Or the size, there we go. Okay. Alright, let's run the test again before we commit that cargo. Oh, you don't even need the static. Oh, that'd be neat. Cargo check first. Oh, at the value here. think Rust Analyzer has finally warmed up. I think Godot 9 is going to be rather nice. Yeah, these are really nice to have too. I'm wondering, is this going to be the best, like GD native versus like the other ones? I think so. I think it's going to be better than the other ones. I mean, C++ has a little bit of an advantage, but because it's just, but I think it's going to be better than a lot of the other ones. Oh, they're not that. Oh, well, there we go. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Ooh. All right, yeah, we're not going to fix that. That's not part of this. Or at least we're not going to commit that. Okay. That should be it for that. And let's see, do we need API in here? Probably. Let's generate class bindings. Yeah, that's needed. Uh-oh. My browser encountered an error while decoding this video. No. Yeah, that Rust Analyzer thing could definitely be a little faster. Yeah. I want to try the tool again. Not doing that one. Or that. Did this one. Yeah, and cargo check is just so slow on this project. It kind of makes the workflow a little chunky. Like it start, stop, start, stop. All right, status. Those are just the API pieces. Good. I know I do this little diff afterwards because I don't quite trust that tool yet. And this is on 441. Ah, I forgot a piece. There's probably some like call deferreds and stuff. We have to fix some tests for. We'll run the tests on it and make sure that's all good before the PR. Cargo test. Ah, yes. I'm tempted to like keep going over there and do like a COC restart, but then it just screws up some other things. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Anybody got any weekend plans? I'm actually going to take tomorrow off. Excited about that. Got to put it in the system though. We'll see. I might go for a longer stream tomorrow. Yeah, I did all the COVID stuff. All my vacation just got obliterated. Like all my vacation plans. You have to go to the sea this weekend? Oh, nice. That would be nice. That is clear. That is a good one. Then would only be empty if all variants are the same. Or in other words, there's only one variant. Maybe they should check the beginning of the method. Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. Oh, good catch. Good catch. I still think that Access should continue to be a real rusty enum. Okay. Huh. I don't remember that one. That one I did a while back. Why did we do it that way? Yeah, that's easy enough to drop out of there. How do we go back? There we go. Okay, test pass. Cargo build. We'll do a PR for that other thing. I do miss the ocean. You got me thinking about it now. There's growing up, I grew up not too far from the ocean. half-hour drive or so. We used to go to the ocean in the morning, and then we'd go snowboarding in the afternoon, in the evening. That was 20 years ago. Wow. And during a time where if you went to go test drive a car, you could get free lift tickets. So it would go from like car dealership to car dealership. And we'd show up and they'd say, "Here for the lift tickets?" Yeah, here you go. They would walk out. We never had to test drive a car. Oh, you're on your path to become a marine biologist. That's awesome. That's really cool. I love how much time like humanity ends up like spending looking at the stars and trying to understand everything when we understand so little about what's going on in the ocean. Like we photographed every piece of the sky so well, but so much of the ocean is just blackness. Like, all right, back through here. Yeah, people can work on stuff in parallel. Yeah, that's very cool. So the tests work without updating any of those things. So we must not have any tests that need to be patched there. Good status. I think we already did that push. Yep. Back to the code. These are looking just fine. Oh, and space flight. Yeah, I saw that there's a neat technology for mapping the ocean floor using basically how what was it? How certain radio waves bounce off the ocean floor. It takes a lot of analytics on the return data, but it's I think what Google uses for their mapping of the ocean floor. Where's the ocean? Is it here? Yeah, this stuff. Just pretty neat tech. I think it's amazing. Like these lines like that. It's just so cool, right? Like what is it about that there that causes that? But it's neat how they can do that because nobody went out there and like mapped this like with boats and what they used to do or what they still do in places. But I think all of this is mapped via um, a satellite through the surface, looking at the response. Analyzing the response with all that diffraction. Wow. Some of this is just so strange looking. Like what's happening here? Anyhow. Hmm. Observing ice sheets in the Arctic. Wow. That's cool too. Stuff like that is just so amazing. So how do you do like marine biology and Rust at the same time? Like is there an overlap? For formula makes the function unsafe. Oh, here. Almost. 441. There we go. Gotcha. So you did CS for a while. Is it because you didn't know Rust yet? Oh, did medical simulation there. That's cool. Very cool. Marine biology sounds so cool. I like I could never not be a programmer. It's just kind of who I am. 'Cause I've been doing this since I was 10. Um, it's just a hobby now. That's cool. That's really cool. But I understand like having that sort of passion for something. All right. Now for this other little tidbit. These things. Git switch dash C LZ API unused API. Wow, it even wants me to spell it correctly? Cannot switch branch while rebasing. Strange. Yeah, I know. I had all the letters. You want them in the right order? Come on, Git. Excuse me, what am I rebasing? How long have I been rebasing? I mean, it wouldn't have let me push if I. Excuse me. Fix all conflicts. Okay. Where are the conflicts? Whoa. Continue? Come on. That, oh, I'm in the wrong. Okay. It, nothing. stash, get status, get could not read, get, okay. Let's ask the Oracle. Get rebase quit. All right. No, close that one now. Let's come back here. Very cool. I was looking at this one earlier. I don't comment on these, but I like to go through them and understand them. Because this is the sort of thing that I'm not comfortable with. Particularly where lifetimes meet FFI. Yeah, some of the type stuff I actually get though. Like that. Let's see what's going on here. We have type R coming in off of self. And here we also have A. A is going to be on the return type. And assume safe lifetime A and R, where lifetime constraint is as that associated type, where it's a reference. Okay. Simple assume safe. And where is assume same lifetime trait? Yeah, phantom data. Okay, so this is basically binding the two, isn't it? Using a type as a constraint that's not even used anywhere. Yeah. Yeah, I like learning from this stuff. Like this is great. Hey, Musean, I got to go back and watch what you did yesterday on your stream. 3 hours of doing that stuff that I had been trying to do, but you make it work. I was commenting on it earlier. Yeah, I was actually commenting on how pragmatic it was. Very just methodical, pragmatic. It was really good. Oh, we should probably, okay, status. I yes. The biggest time check is that it has to do the code gen of the binding generator twice. Oh, is that because the GD native core and GD native bindings rely on it? I see. I didn't realize that it was actually generating the same thing twice. Yeah, the visual one, I watched that. Virtual server, that's right, yeah. Formatting takes approximately 40% of the time. Yeah, I was thinking that should probably be also a feature gate. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's pretty cool. Hmm. This morning I actually went to your GitHub looking for a branch. Like I want to see what changed. It was this morning. I was like blurry-eyed, and I was watching the VOD, and the font is so small on my phone. Nice. You have more ideas? That's cool. Oh, that's still going. Optimizing the actual runtime code isn't that big of a deal. That's cool. And Flopty Muskrim 3, thank you for the follow. How do you pronounce that? Is it Flop Flopty or Floptim? Optimus Grim. Welcome. But most of the steps are like in 10 to 20 milliseconds, which isn't much of, yeah, the total 70 seconds of time. All right, let's do this. We're going to take a look at the comments on the other PR, get those patched up. I'm surprised these aren't having issues with that. Yeah, find something. Find class. Yeah, I think it's find class. I was wondering about that if because looking at the output of your as you were going through in the video, it almost seems like some sort of vector that has all of the um, top hits at the front would actually be a very good thing too. Or maybe an alternative. What is that? Kind of like a LRU map or something. Wow, I haven't forgotten the token stream can save 3 to 5 seconds because it's releasing the memory. I saw something about that where somebody was trying to make some web API fast, and basically they were shuffling things off to a second thread just to destroy them, and that improved their API speed because well they weren't collecting on the thread that was actually responding to the API. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Now, mem forget. I don't. Is that like a let the host clean it up? Wow, that's interesting too. I actually find it fascinating that it takes 3 to 5 seconds to reclaim that. It's probably even more in my box. All right, let's check this one out again. Copy that. Okay. We'll just close them all. All right, and what file was that? FindGen API .rs. Oh, you did some profiling on the on Linux before you did your stream. Oh wow, was just in that drop. In debug mode, it's not that big, but still, that's a decent amount of time. Use an arena, yeah. It probably is doing that many drops. All right, where were we? We were going to about line 150. Still poking around. With the set list. Sure, I really don't mind. I mean, you're doing some of that too. Hey, Cap, how's it going? Yeah, because if you don't actually do the PR, I'll have to dig through either I don't know your GitHub or that VOD. Maybe I should go download the VOD. Kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Um, yeah, doing well. Thank you. All right, so here we're going to make this a little cleaner. He's actually suggesting this. Let's toss this in there right next to it. I see. So if not all variants start with a prefix, we break. That is very, very clean, isn't it? Then it's just prefix here. And we weren't doing anything else with prefix. It was just getting returned and becoming common prefix. Let's use that here. The derives are probably 30% of the binding generator build time. And times 2 for the whole workspace. Hmm. I was wondering about that too with the enums getting generated, because we have some enums and there's a lot of derives on them. I was wondering if that's beneficial. All right. All right. We'll do this. Plus a comment on there. Thumbs up. Resolve. Okay. This one, it is no longer necessary there. Oh, this is on the class. This is on the class though. Let's take a look. 261. Oh, where is it? BindGen API. 329. My mistake. 329. Okay. How do I keep missing this? Okay, I'm going to copy this over here. And then sharing some of the API between those two modules is the biggest decrease in time. Nice. Okay. Yeah, Minicert, it takes longer to run, but it builds in less time. I think the savings for Minicert is just that the build is faster. All right, so we're going back over here. Class name, where is this class? Oh, I see. So in the previous thing, we're checking to see if the class name. I don't think it is because of the snake case in this. So what used to happen was we would check, we would see if the class started with that, and then trim off a little bit. That and that the little tracing, what was it, that timing um, struct that you made was really neat. And it's so simple, but so useful. That should be a crate all on its own. I know it's like 15 lines of code, but still, it's really, really neat. All right, so this one, I do not think that we actually need this here. Let's validate that in the generated code. Let's see which class would have an underscore in its name. API.json. Yeah, string into and static string. Yeah. All right, now in this case, yeah, that's a file. So the name, we're looking for something that, yeah, underscore that starts with a capital letter at that point. Oh, I don't think RG is going to do it here. Are there any classes like that in there? I should probably just do it here. Use a string interner, which is just a specialized arena for that, yeah. Can I do singles on the outside? Underscore, and then that's going to be on. No, come back. Oh, like resource loader. Here, resource saver. I want to see that here. Yeah, we do not need that. The PR. Oh, wrong one. Over here. Then we have this from source. Is it a known type? But either of those then end up using module and not the actual class name itself. The only other place that would have been used was in here, and none of these actually match. Underscores. Yeah, I don't think these would be underscore types that we actually care about here. So maybe JSON? Geometry? Oh, I see. These are the types that are the handcrafted types. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think this comment here is just fine. What about this one? Okay, access we will leave out of there. That's fine. We can do that. Come back to that one. And this one. Oh, interesting. So, Musean, are you saying that if that static stir, if we were just using those lifetimes again to the static stir, it'd be fine because we wouldn't need any of those references. Which I guess, how does Mini Serde handle that? Does Serde handle it better than Mini Serde, or will the lifetimes of the strings pass through Mini Serde? I don't remember. That'd be cool. That would be neat. Where was that other trait? It wasn't in here. The trait I'm looking for is deserialize. Wanted to see what it was actually implemented on. Godot doesn't provide a schema for the JSON. Oh, interesting. Well, it would need to be either changed to match the structures. If the JSON changed, the structures would have to change anyways. So, all right. So this one here, 162. Let me take a look at that. The name would only be the same if all variants are the same. In other words, there's only one variant. Maybe this should be checked at the beginning of the. Okay. Yep. That's a good. That's a good one. Hmm. Actually, if it's 0 or 1, it's less than 2. I see. Manually doing it from value isn't so easy. Toss a range in there. That'd do it. So build a map of prefix to occurrence. Oh, structural mapping exists. Yes. Loop underscore index. Let's get enumerate, find map. That's fine. Where were we in this? This was about 162. It's quite a ways down. But given that we don't have a limited number now, let's see. Or rather, we're always guaranteed 2 or more at this point. Oh, bools can be coerced into integer? I didn't know that. Interesting. So what would it coerce into if I said, oh, this boolean becomes something else? Is it 0 and 1? Yeah, name should not be empty. It's very true. But what is it really doing here? This is, as we come through, let's see, is the loop up here? Yeah, the loop's up here. So at this point, yes, the name should not be empty. Then we can check to see if it is numeric. Oh, length plus foo is size, wow. I don't know, I spend my day working in JavaScript, so Little tidbits like that are just very appetizing. It's like, oh, really? Truthy. Ints can be truthy? Or rather, truthy can can be ints. A little backwards. I see what Toast Eater was saying here. So in this case, yes, we do expect that it's not empty. So there must be another character. But this gets me. Like that little tidbit that you just gave could get rid of these 5 lines. Because we could say capacity is equal to that as U size plus named at length. Yeah, and that just feels so much more natural, though. I like. I'll leave it the way it is, but I would rather not have these 5 lines. Good point. That is the case. Fitted. And this one here. With a comment if I feel guilty. I'm gonna leave it. It's too much magic for the next person. Now this one, I want to see if I can adjust this way. Okay, get UI. 2. Enter there. No, not doing it that way. Control C out of there. I think I want to drop vector out of the last change. Okay, that there. Status. Get status. Status. Thank you. All right, so we pulled that out of there. Restore that. Well, let's do a git diff on it. Okay. Pull another status, get commit, amend. That's another. Cargo, format all. Or check, good. Good. Push. Now cargo clippy. Ah, there we go. Okay, so some other little pieces. It's in vector 3. Line 50. Where's axis? I thought it was in here. GD native core, core types, vector 3. GD native core, core types, vector 3. Should still continue to be a real Rust enum, okay. Which is fine. Idle core, thank you for the follow. Interesting. I see why I did that before, because we're going to have to special case this. We Rust Godot fans have been spoiled for choice lately. Now you found 2. Oh, who's the other one? I mean, well, Museum was doing a little bit last night. I mean, so that absolutely counts. What else? I remember somebody else doing it too. Who was it? I don't remember the name though. It was Togglebit. Oh, okay. I want to make sure I'm following Togglebit. Yep, already following Togglebit. Very engaging and interacts with chat in a fun way. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna have to check it out. All right. So how do we make this work? All right, and where is axis defined? All right, excuse me, where is create vector? Oh, this was at the top level in lib. That's right, I remember now. Okay, let's amend that PR one more time. There it is. No, it should be in. It's the wrong one? Oh yeah, and I want to discard those changes. Okay. There it is. All right, we'll give this a check and everything and see how it's going. This one has better music though. Oh. Toggle bit. I like his hair. Oh, he's got a cool accent too. All right. All right, now for the rest of this. Yes. Vector 3 axis. All right, now to dig in a little deeper. Line 231,410. All right, so where's the vector 3 crate in this case? Vector 3 axis. We need to re-export that. It's in GD native core access. Oh, and which file is it? This is for binding, so let's go back to bindings. Vector 3. The vector 3 here should probably have that. Cargo exemplified. Oh, what do you mean there? Oh, I see. Run example name. Oh, that's cool. That would be neat. Especially if you have Godot installed. Yeah, there's got to be a way to do that. What if we took... vector 3 access. Yeah, that is it. Okay, we're going to move that into vector 3. Okay, so we'll do that in order to match what the API returns, which is over here. Because it's saying, oh, we want vector3 access. We'll actually make that a little easier to fix up. I think we're missing one more thing. Don't remember what it is though. Maybe in generated? Native core. There it is. There should be vector3 there. Yeah, most crates seem not to know about it. Hmm. Actually, we can do issue. New issue. What is it? Cargo run example? Cargo, let's see, where was it? Cargo running, okay, cargo. Uh, I like that. It's everywhere. Everywhere. All right, back to the code. Ah, was that after my change? I think it was actually before my change. Let's just run it one more time just to make sure. An idle core. Thank you for the follow. I think I said that already, but thank you again. Yeah, who should be looking over their shoulder? Mm-hmm. 6FC. These line numbers. Oh, I see. Disable them to decrease link time. That's a good idea. Now this one here should probably be. I see that they have like from that there. Let's go look and figure out why. So that's going to be probably an API.j API here. Interesting. mean, maybe we should look at this in a subtly different way. Like this should be enum vector 3, all that, to make this clear. So Karafel, I wonder if that's going to be the case, because I could go into test, right? And could then run this here, right? So if there was a way to find Godot, or if it was available, it seems like it should work because we just feed it the path of the project. I mean, if Rough's example can do that, it seems like it would work. I would probably have to detect the OS and all that, see if you have Godot installed. But if you do have Godot installed, then it might work. It'd be worth testing. Maybe special casing for this one thing. It's a way to go here. Let's see, what was that over here in the JSON? This is get access. Does anything else use this? Just that one place. Okay. Interesting. Isn't that where it already is, though? I mean, this seems redundant because it should already be there. Oh, but it's saying, oh, does this thing, is this from an existing type? And if so, then we just do the module in the name. And because vector 3 is one of our little special known types, we've got an extra special case here. It can't just launch library targets? Can't it launch projects? Each one of the examples is a project. Cargo aliases? Oh, that could be neat. Oh, but this isn't the right thing either. I'm looking at the wrong portion here. Let me think about this. From source. Return post. Okay. Is there also a vector 3 that's actually generated? So in the API to JSON, name. Oh, there isn't a vector 3. Okay. Good. Good. Okay, at least I found the type this time. Or is it actually generating that? Okay, now we have our type here. Yep, a little bit more stuff there. Fine. And this is the return. So let's go find, see which file are we in. Might be this one. Ret? Ah, okay, that's on the left side here. We're looking for return pre. Generate return pre. Object, result, variant, enum, here we go. So the choice is either to special case this enum or put it in some other type. Let's see. I mean, maybe this is the right way to do it. Vector 3 access. And still waiting for become to be used. Oh, you want left arrow to be a thing? Oh, nice. All right, so in this case, let's just add this variant here. Vector 3 axis. Okay, now it's not going to go into there. Oh, this one's interesting. What is a sys on that? Godot vector 3. Because it was falling into there, into the enum portion, which could still be the case. Okay, let's go that way. All right, now if we have the vector 3 axis here and we do the mem transmute on it, that return type, let's look at the code when it generates it and see if it makes. I think it does because axis here has this representation, it's U32. Oh, actually that's the type, isn't it? Does this exist in the other as a known type? Let's check API dot. This one. I'll edit anyways. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna leave it for now. All right, Clippy, where are we going? Generate return pre. All right, and that's why we had this. The current plans are to use an RVO schema, C++17. Yeah, all mutable. Yeah, somebody else did that. I didn't do that one. Where's vector 3? See, up here they have vector 3. No, we can't do this because it's kind of an enum, and I think 2sys on this would actually return none. Because we don't really have a sys default here. It's not really, it's kind of an enum. All right, and what is the correct setup here? What we're trying to do is create a space for something to be returned into. So we need some memory that we give a pointer to, and that's basically where the function call puts the result, and then it gets returned here. I think that one was actually by Toast Eater on his big change. I actually went through and looked for null, basically those transmutes this morning before you got here, and didn't see anything. Oh, I see. Constructs on the array, moves to the heap. Placement node. Oh, I saw a thing about that the other day. Oh, somebody was trying to allocate something large onto the heap, and it was below in the stack because it goes onto the stack first and then the heap. Oh, it finally did. Oh, wow. All right, so what should we do here? This is... See, there isn't really a default for this, is there? We could just say it's a U32.0. Oh, it's interesting how some of these differ. Like the one down here doesn't have the parentheses around it. Should it at least be there for consistency? Arguably it's not needed though. Yeah. Consistency. The reason it's been in the wind was for allocators. Hmm. And this is probably going to be exactly the same as the others. So by default, we'll create one with X, get a pointer to it, and then that'll get passed in. Okay. while we're waiting, we are going to raid Togglebit. I'm excited that Togglebit's streaming right now. But I gotta get going, so we're gonna do this, and I look forward to seeing you stream a little bit more later today too. Alright, let's see, does it compile? Will it blend? See if it can beat the raid. Come on, we can do it. It's going pretty well, actually. I don't think this is gonna fail. Awesome. Okay, I'll update the PR with that. But till next time. Bye-bye. Oh, and I have missed some chat. I will read that. All right. Bye, y'all.